G'day guys and welcome back to GNs_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So for today's video here we're going to be jumping into stage 2 of this giant clash. We're going to be taking it on, attempting with the Terrifying Conquerors team here they've put together. So interested to see how this is going to work. We're just going to try and make the best with what we've got. So let's see, you can't stun here, so that automatically makes the Piccolo choice not as good. What's your giant condition from the 4th turn? So if we do float him off, that does offer us a little bit extra. We just do that into that gives us a good heal there. The bombs are very annoying, and as you can see there is bombs absolutely everywhere here, so that's going to be very interesting to navigate. I feel like that'll put us on low HP, but compare FRIEZA, very nice. The fact that he's able to get hit first gives us some additional attack stats in there, and yeah, we're lowering attack of the Piccolo we're going up against. So bringing units that are able to do so, lowering attack is definitely going to be a pretty impactful strategy, at least early on. But we're not doing anywhere near enough real damage to be able to take out Piccolo. So I don't think we're going to be getting that 5-turn mission done with this team in particular. I'm going to have to come in with someone else. Okay, Piccolo. Okay, double digits. Cool. So the orb field changes a bit for us here. What do we do? We just grab that. We are going to heal some of that back at least, so we did only lose a little bit of HP. We've got Baby who can transform under 40% HP. So what I think is that might be the strat there. We leave Golden FRIEZA in slot 1 because he's quite literally untouchable here. We can then use the giant form from the AGL Baby, so that should give us some good coverage there. And if he's able to wait out I think that makes sense, doesn't it? If he's then able to wait out the giant form of Piccolo Jr., to then we could pop the active skill of Golden FRIEZA, like the tech one, the target mechanic, and then that would protect us for any extra turns, as well as make him be able to do insane damage for us if we put him in slot 2 or 3, preferably slot 3, but I guess it depends on I'm assuming this fight's going to be set up like the last one, where you go into giant form and then you then have to defeat him in base again after you're out of the giant form. Would make sense anyways, but not sure yet. So we're getting supered again. We've already seen this one game last rotation. We don't take any damage from that. So here's that giant transformation that I was talking about, where Baby does go into Golden Great Ape. So this is a 3-turner. So what we can really do here is make the most of this orb changing, because we can get rid of all of these bombs and that's not going to hurt us at all. So that's going to be pretty good. We can do all of that. Let's see if Piccolo takes damage here as well. Because remember that Goku in the last one, you couldn't really damage him. 3 million supers, gotcha. If he can still be attack lowered, that won't be the craziest for us to deal with. Yeah, see, he still can't really dish out damage to this Piccolo. Because if we were able to do damage here, maybe a crit, maybe bringing a unit like the Great Ape Vegeta could be pretty effective. His is an active skill, so that makes that very, very viable. We get a 2nd turn here. So you can see the bombs are changing again. So we'll clear out all of those. We'll then clear out those, and I guess we'll grab that as well. just trying to think. So this is so unless we get one more turn of Great Ape Baby, which if we did would be extremely clutch. I think we might have to waste the target mechanic of the Golden FRIEZA, which sucks because I'd love to utilize that as our main damage dealer post this giant transformation, but I think that might be our only way to survive. Yeah, dang. And because of all these orbs being changed, so I'm going to have to pop that, which sucks. Feels like such a waste. I guess I have to do that, which gets us down to 1% HP. You have slightly more HP, so we'll take that damage, to which we then slightly heal up. And then we can do that here. So, dang. Yeah, that sucks, having to waste that. I feel like that could have been our real wild card had we been able to utilize that on the next rotation. What turn are we going to be up to? Turn 3. So from the next turn, we might get the giant form for our own Piccolo. Which, look, it's going to be free damage for us, and it's going to allow us to potentially set up key spheres a little bit better, but yeah, I think that makes life hard for us, so crazy he gets all those dodges off anyways. So this is our giant form. Let's see how much damage we can dish with this bad boy. So that's the first. Remember, we do have the 2 Piccolos on the team, so we have multiple of these giant forms that we could get. So we can get 3 through that, and then we can set up some tech. No, that didn't even really drop too kindly either. Piccolo did go up to full HP as well, so we have to dwindle him all the way down. That's really where that HP would have been helpful. We'll say another thing worth noting is, as long as we can get onto that next rotation with the Tech FRIEZA, he will do the orb changing for Gogeta. We can go into Gogeta, that'll get rid of, from the orb changing, obviously, that'll get rid of the bombs, but also when you are in Gogeta and you collect a key sphere on that first time, you do get a full heal. So that will be really helpful for us. There's another turn here. No, we'll just set up key spheres. I think might be the best strategy for us here. As you saw last return, all of these supers from the Piccolo didn't do a great deal of damage. Sort of the one saving grace for all of this is that it is just free damage. And I'm assuming that this should set off the Piccolo's super attack so that he's not able to fire back at us, at least. That could shoe us in for only normals on that next rotation, and that would be super handy. Yeah, just not having to worry about it. I'm not even sure who's on rotation. Well, we get another rotation of Piccolo. Wow, okay. So then I think it was Baby. We had, who else did we have? I can't even remember. With Baby, obviously, we've got 1 Piccolo as well, and it might have been Golden FRIEZA too. So Golden FRIEZA, we should be able to use his active skill because we are going to be so low on our HP bar. That's going to give us some free damage with him as well. He'll still have enough damage reduction that he should be extremely effective for us in slot 1 here. So what I'm thinking is, look, I mean, we obviously have to do that, get the Earthbreaker. If we oh, whoops. We're going to quickly restart here. So I don't usually like to do that, but I quite literally just accidentally clicked the wrong button. So that's sort of why I did decide to actually do a reset there. It'll be very rare that you see me do that. So the actual rotation that I wanted to go with was this. And then we would click that to then grab those bombs, which we will heal back, which didn't give us that much healing really, but that gets us up to 17%. So realistically on this one, all we need to do is survive this singular rotation. We get a really good heal next turn, and that will put us in really good stead. But we just have to get to that phase first. So Baby's going to have, I believe, 70% damage reduction. Sorry, not damage reduction, dodge after he gets off these super attacks there, or that super attacker, singular. And then Piccolo, hopefully he doesn't take any type of serious damage if he could fire off. Oh, so Piccolo can now be stunned. Okay, now we've got him stun locked, so we're really cooking here. Okay. Oh, that is not what I needed to see. That's annoying. Hopefully this is not the full 3 or so turns. I have no interest in that, because this is just time wasting. At this point, what we're going to do is we're just going to grab anything that is not a tech key sphere, and we're just going to try set these up for when we do get out of these giant forms. So apologies that you're stuck watching this, but there's not much I can really do about it. I will say this is why I do prefer when the giant forms are a when they are an active skill. So that works well. At least we can pop that into that. I guess we'll just grab that one. And that sets up a bunch of tech key spheres. So that means that Golden FRIEZA barely even has to do any type of orb changing for us, and we'll be able to get a really good amount of support, healing, and dodge from the Gogeta. So the one hope is that we don't go into a third rotation of Piccolo Jr. here, because that would definitely sabotage my orb setup. So that's probably exactly what will happen if I'm being really honest with you guys. So let's see. No! Wow, okay. So that is actually pretty huge for us. As you can see, we get a couple of extra orbs there. We can pop the active skill for Piccolo, which it's sort of like we may as well. Because I'm thinking that with this, Gogeta could potentially get the job done for us. So we get the full heal here, Kapow. We grab that. May as well build up that Dokkan gauge while we can. We're going to take a little bit of damage there, but that's fine. So, bang, let's see what Gogeta has got for us. So, obviously, we don't have a lot of his a lot of his links active, let alone like his super classic links and whatnot. But thanks to all of those key spheres that we obtained, that sort of offsets that with the ability to crit, dodge. We've got a lot of additional supers incoming. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Gogeta said GG's in the chat. So bang. And this is actually turn 5, so will that mean that we've gotten all of the missions done in one singular go? I didn't think that that was going to be possible here, with how that was looking, but I think we did. We didn't even get to transform into Super Baby 2, so I'm still actually yet to do that in game, which is pretty funny. But bang, there's the win. Again, here is my Terrifying Conquerors team, and then if we go into missions, yeah, that is all those missions. Done and dusted. So let me know how you found that stage down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.